Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for another episode of Rivals FC. Sorry for the delay. It's just a busy, hectic week for all of us. But I'm here with Tato and Kiki, and I'm Sandile. I'm ready for the cooking of my life today.
Mm, mm,
We're going to be talking about
mm.
Arsenal dropping points to Wolves. First place dropping points to last place. Yeah. This past
It's
week.
just comedy, like comedic irony. You see this beautiful football and how it's being restored.
Oh,
Oh my days, it's so beautiful to see.
Yeah, yeah, and then we'll move on to what that means for the title race. But yeah, first off, yeah, I wanna I wanna rant a bit. I told Kiki that I'm gonna rant about that Arsenal game. Um,
Hmm.
why you
Hmm.
laugh?
sorry, man.
I haven't even
Please.
Hmm.
said nothing. I haven't said anything, bro.
No, because we know he's just gonna pull out the list of excuses that you have in your cupboard
It was
as an
literally
Arsenal
the
fan.
funniest thing, man.
Look,
All Arsenal fans have a book, a
look.
thick book of excuses they're gonna bring out whenever they lose. Just be like, oh, the weather wasn't right, you know. Oh no, it was
I actually
raining. It
was
wasn't
complaining about the weather, man. That was the
exactly,
funniest thing in
bro.
the world. No way.
Look, I have no excuses. I watched that game and I was like, I was talking to Dofa, even about it, and I was like, I don't understand what I just watched. Like, what was that? Like, that was like, if anything, if you're trying to prove all the haters right, that's the type of performance you have to put on Arsenal. Like, everybody just, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I was very frustrated with the way we set up, the way
Hmm.
players were playing. Just everything just wasn't right. Like it just wasn't right, and I was so frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. Like the next day, I was so ready to punch up some people. Not really, but like if anybody mentioned it,
It was gonna be a fight.
Yes,
It was
bro.
gonna be a fight. Like, it's just
and the thing is,
how? Like, how is it even possible?
exactly. I don't even know. Like I was shocked. Just like how do we lose to Wolves? I mean, not lose. How do we drop points to Wolves, bro? Like, what do you mean? You have the opportunity to extend the lead up there and then put a bit of pressure on City, who are starting to put a bit of pressure on Arsenal. But you go on, of all teams, Wolves, of all teams, bruh.
Oh, bro, that is so hilarious. That just proves me so right. I said this last podcast. Arsenal's gonna do what they do best and bottle it. City's gonna do
I
what they
don't.
do best and win last season. Look, if they win
Hey,
their next
bro.
game,
Literally,
if they
last
win
time
then
we're talking.
sorry, if they win the next game, you know they're 2 points behind you. 2 points.
Yeah.
2 points. Just draw one game. Draw one game. It's tie. It's tie. Do you know that?
Man.
You guys went from like 8 points, a clear decisive lead.
Bro, we haven't won a game. Yeah, we've won
Oh,
one in 7 games, bro. Like,
And
what is this?
you guys were what were you? 6 games. No, what unconceded. Nobody conceded against you for 6 games earlier this season. You
I,
guys
I, I
were.
don't. I don't understand what's happening. Maybe okay, this is where the excuses are coming out now. You guys are probably gonna think, oh, I'm making excuses. But I do
Listen,
genuinely think, okay, there might be a possibility, but it's not. Look, I'm not saying it's the reason why we drew, or I'm not trying to create excuses for actually dropping points when we should have taken 3 points against Wolves. That's unexcusable, unforgivable. Sure. But I'm
mhm.
I'm I'm asking questions about like what's happening. How, in the grander scheme of things, how are we not winning? We've only won 1 out of 7, and the first thing that comes to mind is that there's a bit of mismanagement of the players. Players are tired. We have a very busy schedule. I mean, we played 2 games in one game week for the Premier League. Like, surely, like my question is, where was Nurgard? Because Mendy was ass. Like, I love him, but he was ass. Jurien Timber, he's been so great, but he was so ass. What else? Like Martinelli, he tried. Trossard came on and still looked flat. Who else? Eze came on and still looked a bit shy on the ball. Didn't seem to want to create something new. And just the way we even set up, I don't understand. That's why I have questions with
that's a
Mikal, but
ball,
also
man.
there are other players like, come on, guys, perform. What is this? What is this? It was only Saka because he was trying to show us that he's staying and all of that, and he
Man,
scored a header. Actually, that surprised me. He scored he scored a header, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a weird
the
game because he never does. He did the, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a weird game because he never scores a header, and he was playing 10 even in that game. So I was like, ish, yeah, I don't know. I felt iffy about that game, but I was just hoping, if anything, nah. They've sold me on this thing of like, if you can't win a game, just don't lose it. But look at where
that's
that
not the
mentality has brought
mentality,
us.
bro. That's not the
That's the
You need to
mentality.
thing.
win.
That's
You
the
need to
Let
thing.
me
win every
I'm
game.
I'm not having it anymore. That's the thing. I'm not having it because that was a game to win. But because you guys have been walking around with this mentality, if you can't win a game, don't lose it. Yeah, you didn't lose, but look where that has
tell
brought
you,
us. It
bro.
brought City 2 points, two
I
points
tell you,
ahead, well, 2 points closer to us. Nah, bro.
tell you,
Nah,
man.
bro. What is this mentality? Like
Against
it's
City,
that small detail. Yeah,
Against
go on,
City,
go
you
on.
can't afford. Yeah, sorry, it's not the concern.
against City. Let me. I've been there. Listen, I've been there. Last day, last
Oh.
day of the season, we thought we were in, bruh. Mo Salah scored. It was City versus Aston Villa. Coutinho hit the ball. It's such a beautiful. You can't. There's so many title races. We had 97 points and still didn't win the league. 90, like listen to that. 97. That's because I think Arteta just his Arteta ball, it's like it's not sustainable. It's genuinely for me, okay, you know what, nah, like it's not that it's not sustainable, it's not a winning type of way to play. Because literally if you put this Arsenal team against any other like title winners for the past 10 years, they will get smoked, bro. They're not put it against the
Okay.
100-point City. Okay, not
Okay.
smoked.
Hold
Let me
on.
say not smoked. Wait. Before
Eh,
Arsenal
I
fans
say
attack me,
smoked. I say
Hold on.
smoked.
let's say
I
smoked.
say
My
smoked.
bad. Let me take that. What I mean to say is, if we put this Arsenal team against any other title contender, what, I don't think they would be first. I don't think they would be like, put them against that City pool season. They're not competing there. Put them against um 100 Centurion City, put them against, well, COVID against Liverpool. They're not competing in those leagues because in with those title winners, what their mentality was to win. We don't care about not losing. It's about winning. Like you need to go into every single game as Arsenal and say, okay, guys, we are going to win this game. Fuck all that about like, oh, now we need to not lose, bruh. What is that? What is that? That is not a
I,
that's not mentality of title winners.
I hear you. Okay, I agree with you in terms of like we can't walk into games being like we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this. Fuck that. Fuck that. Like as it stands right now, also the only part I disagree with you, nah, is that like I think we definitely would be title contenders, but I don't think we win any of those leagues, the past ones. Because like Arsenal were trash, but we were still finding ways to try and make it into like top eight, top five. If we had the team back then, we would be competing, but we wouldn't win anything, right? I'll
Yeah,
agree there.
fair, fair,
I'll agree there. But it's just
fair, fair.
I'm also
That's how
not
I need to
having
take
this.
back my words before. Hey, nah, I want to take back my
Nah,
words before they come for me. I want to take back my words before they come.
I will say though, I'm not having this excuse about like,
Sorry,
oh, the
sorry,
standards in the Premier
sorry.
League have dropped. That's why that's why Arsenal are doing better. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'm seeing teams now actually cause so much trouble for even the big teams, right? We're seeing Brentford is in seventh place, Man United for God knows how, how they in top four.
Black
Well,
magic.
So like genuinely, like every team has come up now. I think last season was a buffer season. And I think Liverpool, to their credit, took advantage of that. Arsenal didn't take advantage, even though they were supposed to.
this
And
season is
now,
supposed to take advantage.
yeah, this season we were supposed to take advantage. Last season you guys did, right? Last season we were also supposed to take advantage, but we didn't because City dropped. So it was like that's what I'm saying. I think this season is where everybody is like, oh, okay. last season was a buffer season, and then now Arsenal, everybody else is like, okay, the title race is wide open. If you perform great, anyone could win it. That's why we're starting to see Aston Villa in third. You know, Man United is also applying their trade. Chelsea, regretfully, Liverpool, they
Wow.
fine. You guys are fine by 60. You guys are fine. But yeah,
Easy.
like I'm not having that. The fact that Liverpool, which are what title defending champions, you guys are in sixth. I don't think that narrative of like, oh, this league is not competitive. But yeah, I do agree that like also I don't agree with that. Like our style of
No, no,
football is
no, no,
not
wait,
there to
wait, wait,
win.
Cindy.
I don't
For
think it's
the
I think it's there. It's just like what everybody has been saying, Bo Rodri, Bo last season, the City players came after us. And I'm like, were they right? Like, is our mentality in the right place here? Like, do we want to win this or do we just not want to lose this? Like, what is going on? Like,
you can
just go out
tell
Arteta,
and win it.
Arteta, you can
You
tell Arteta just doesn't want to lose it because he
he's
fears that his job is on the line. That's his
it
mindset that
definitely
he's
is.
putting on to the rest of the team as well. Like, yo, let's not whatever you do, do not lose. I'm
Mm,
screwed if you lose in any sense. But then because of that, this is the second time this season where you guys are yay a bit, you know? And it's
yeah.
concerning as like if you look at genuine title races, right? Take 2020 COVID Liverpool. Take fucking City for the past 5 years, pretty much,
Mm,
right? It was beautiful to see because it was dominance, 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 or
mm,
it was a really fierce competition. It wasn't necessarily a catch up. That's the problem. I think that's the problem a lot of people have
a
with Arsenal.
but nah, 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 nah. It's just it's amplified because it's Arsenal. City have caught up to Liverpool quite a number of times.
Fair, fair, they have.
quite
They
number.
genuinely have. But then the thing is, it was still beautiful then. You still ended the season with 98, 97 points. We have 11 games left. We're at 50. We're at 50. Do
But
you see
here's
the
the point,
problem?
though. Like, if you look at this season versus those other seasons, the reason why City would catch up is because they would go on a crazy. Like we all know, first half of the season, City start off the season like they fumbling, they're trying to figure it out. Second half of the season, they
Yeah.
go flying, 12 winning streak. This season, though,
Exactly.
they
They
had
literally
6 games
do
without a
and they
win, and
catch
yet
it up. They,
somehow,
Ay, bruh,
I
bruh.
don't I don't know. I don't know though. I think it's just because like it's okay, but like can is it not because it's harder now to beat the smaller teams? Like look at Brentford for Christ's sakes, bro. They're in seventh. It's harder now to beat the smaller teams because they're actually trying to improve. I think that's the only difference. Back then was like, okay, you know you're gonna bag points. Teams like Brighton, Brentford, Sunderland now has also been terrorizing teams. Um, what else? Newcastle fell off. Like I think in those other seasons, you kind of
but
knew you had the
it's
competitive edge. Here, it's like you slip up and you proper slip up in this league. That's why I think it's playing out like that. Like City have won in
My,
the Premier League. They've won three
yeah.
out of their five and lost one. We've won two, drew two, and lost one. So I think it's just more of like it's more competitive. It's easier now to lose. I don't think it's because there's a severe
also
drop in
how
quality.
we have to also put it on the managers and how they decide to set up.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, look at the way Arne Slot had decided to set up against the team. It's like it doesn't work. The way even if you look at Arteta and the way he decides to set up against the team, it's like yeah, I understand what you're saying. They're harder to beat, but also you kind of have to like that you need to be playing more proactive football, man. You need to be able to like okay, cool. When we go to a team, we need to like for example, even against this Wolves game,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
fine, you're 2-0 up, let us see the game through. Like, let's just calm down, control everything, control the game. Like, we don't even have to like. Some people may argue that what because you're supposed to be the title winning child, let's go get the third, let's go get the whatever. Let's
Mm.
just keep battering the teams. But if you're like thinking, okay, we're kind of like Arteta, we're trying to like be safe, even though we're not trying to like also because of the schedule and stuff, we're not trying to have our players be exhausted. Let's just control the game, slow down the game. We don't have to like do too much. We just have to see it out. And immediately they score the one. And it's like people lose their heads, bro. Like that last 30 minutes, it was like, what am I watching? Genuinely, what am I watching? And then I have no idea what mix up happens between Ryan. And I was like,
Yo, I'm trying my hardest to get that image out of my head, bro. I don't want to punch. Bro, yo. My heart sank. I just sat there in silence and I was
genuinely,
like,
genuinely.
like,
And like,
that's like genuinely for a defense that has been looking this good for the entire season. That's the mistake you make at the dying moments of the game. If David Raya catches that ball, chai boy, it's chai. That's the thing. I don't understand why there was a mix up. Someone has to call the ball and then go collect. I'm pretty sure it was David Raya's one. And then Gabriel decides, no, I'm gonna head it out. When the safer option was for David Raya to just collect it, hold on, and then you're just good. Like I don't understand how that mix up happened. And yeah, I think it came from the first goal, which was a great goal, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. That was sublime by who scored that goal? The Wolves player? I forget his name. But yeah, that was a solid finish, but like I was trusting Arsenal to be like, you've seen that before. You've seen that before. See the game out, bro. Just see it out. Why not? Like,
yeah,
but they
literally, like just
they, they were
see the
rattled.
game out. Literally, bro. It's like, guys, calm, like calma. What happened to like control the game? You don't have to do too much. Just get the 3 points so we can continue pushing for the title race. And oh, it's just I like it was two
This
different teams. It was like, what am I? What happened? What happened? What
Yeah.
happened? Because even against Brentford, man, like that second half again, that was also like this doesn't give like title winning like they're not title contenders, but I don't feel like okay, I'm gonna be intimidated by them when I play them. Don't get me wrong, they're probably gonna be hard to beat because that back line is just like it's crazy. They definitely hard to beat.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's that little confidence that comes to me and it's like, you know what? I know that like they but
we can
we can
do
get something
something
out of
here.
this.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
We
be able,
can.
and the thing is, as other teams, we shouldn't be able to look at the title contenders like that. That's the problem. Because if we're able to look at you like I can say, let's see, okay, we can get a draw or maybe even a win at Arsenal because of what happened, how we played last time, how we set up last time, especially because Arsenal is flopping right now. It's possible. City can say the exact same thing as well, and it's even worse for City because if you look at their past 5 games, they are doing better than you,
Yeah. They
and
picking up
they are
form and we seem to be dropping in form, which is
exactly,
scary.
and they're starting to look like actual title contenders. Which is the problematic part because they're gonna face you guys at the end of the season. They're one of their
That's
last
probably gonna be
matches,
the
you guys. That's gonna be
yeah, it's
the
probably gonna be the
decider.
decider. At the Etihad even, bro.
At the end,
That's why
imagine. Now it's like we're looking at you. We don't take you seriously. The team that's second place is looking at you. It doesn't take you seriously. That's the problem. Is how did we get to that point from Arsenal being quote unquote the best in Europe? How did we get to this point?
Because
it
there was so many games as well. Sorry, like you guys could have been 9, 12 points clear. Like I
Dude,
believed beginning of this year, the league was wrapped. Like, you know what, nah, it's done. Arsenal gonna wrap this up. City were dropping points. And it's like every single time you guys had the opportunity to like capitalize on City dropping points, Aston Villa dropping points because at one point they were so involved. Every single
bro.
time it's like, bro,
it's like you don't
Nah,
want it, dog.
no,
It's like there's no
look.
hunger.
No, look, I think there is the hunger, but there's not the energy. And I think that's where I'm starting to question Mikal. It brings me back to that point where it's like the only thing that actually makes sense to me right now, because I look back on that game and I looked at the results and I was like, I can't make sense of what is happening. Like in the beginning of the season, it was it Literally, we challenged teams. Try score against us. Try score against us. You couldn't. And then it went on to be like, try get a shot on goal. And they couldn't. And then it just started. Uh, and then we stayed with them. We stayed with them. And then this is where we are now. And I think it's only because the amount of games we're playing, I think Mikal is not managing the players well
Yeah.
enough. Because the amounts of tired legs I saw on that pitch during Timber, like I was even saying the amount of yo, if I got a 5 rand for every time I said, yo, Julian Timber's tired. Yo, what is he even doing? Like, yo, nah, this bro is tired. Even Declan Rice, who was probably the best player there, he was like, yo, this bro is tired. Like, and they've been playing week in, week out. And my question is, where was Ben White? Because that's a game you
Where's
put on Ben
Norgard?
White for. Where's no God? Where's exactly Zubamendi looked fatigued. He was nowhere towards the end of that game.
Miles
And I
Lewis
think that's what
Kelly.
opened up. They like
Where
I
else is
don't
London?
understand. Like he's got the depth, but he's not gonna use it. Why? Why? You're gonna play tired legs out there, they're gonna make terrible decisions, and then you're gonna come out in the press conference, Mikal, and say, nah, this is not the standard of title winners. Bro, you did this. You did this, Mikal. What are you on? What are you telling us? We just saw the performance. What are you on? Like, I
Like,
was so
obviously,
angry.
like,
I
oh
was
no,
like,
the consequences of my
dog,
actions.
like, bro, we've been seeing this for 7 games in a row now.
We've been saying the
Are you
same
gonna do
thing.
anything about it?
Yeah,
I was so
yeah.
vexed, bro. I went to sleep angry. I woke up angry. No, no. As Arsenal fans, I don't deserve this, boys. I don't deserve this. And it's
You do,
like
you do deserve this because
I've
you were
been
dick riding
no, shut
Arteta.
up.
You
No,
were
shut
dick
up.
riding
You don't.
Arteta.
No,
He put
shut
you in
up.
this situation. You must
No,
ride or die, Arteta. You must be
no,
happy that you're in
no.
this situation because it's Arteta's
Bro,
doing. And Killer, that's been your
we've been
philosophy
backing
the
this
entire season.
bro, we've been backing this guy. We've been trusting him, and he puts out a team that's on tired legs, and then is now he's gonna be surprised and angry in a press conference that they didn't give out the performance that they. Ndota, you you brought in the players in the transfer window. Use them, use them. You had favoritism with Odegaard. Now he's injured, but you still don't want to trust Saka. I mean, not Saka, Eze. Instead, you're gonna put Saka at 10. And then that bites you in the ass, and now you're gonna start being like, no, that's not the performance of, dude, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing here, Mikal? That's where my
So,
questions to Mikal are coming up now, bro. I don't understand. He needs to get his act together. I think he's,
mhm.
if anything, the players really want it, and they backing him, but he's shitting the bed because we're what 11 games away from the end of the season. And I think he's starting to be like, okay, now I need to control this. I need to make sure. And he's starting to overthink things. And here's one thing that Marx told me, and he said in the podcast, it's like, yeah, he's a student, he's a pupil of Pep, and Pep has a tendency of overthinking. He was doing
Yeah.
it earlier in the season, and I think he's overthinking it now. And it's like he just needs to calm himself down. Enough of this. I don't want to see the players. The players they spoke to each other after the United game. I trust the players because I've seen them perform great. It's just how the players are used, bro. Let Jurgen Timber rest because Ben White is still a baller. Like in the FA Cup, Norgard and Eze were running that midfield, and we put so many goals behind them, we created so many chances. And we don't see that against Wolves, a team that is arguably probably the same quality as Wigan. Well, probably less. Wigan is lower down in their league. But yeah, I don't understand. I'm just questioning Mikal right now. And to be honest, nah, it's coming to a point where it's like I'm not even gonna I don't even want to feel sorry for him if the Arsenal board come out and be like, oh, nah, 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 nah.
Let's
You
try.
you're doing some madness now. Get the hell out, bro. Like we've supported you enough. We've invested so much. It's at that point. I'm at the mindset. It was like I'm not gonna feel sorry for him. I'm gonna back him now because he's the best option we have at the moment to actually
Then
win something good.
don't
I'm,
you
I'm not
think?
gonna throw. Yeah, go on.
Please finish. I'll ask after you. After.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I'm not gonna throw all my toys out of the pram, but I'm just gonna demand higher standards because there's no way. This is where it has to end. 2-2 against Wolves, and now we 2 points ahead of City. If they
Actually,
win, if they win this weekend, come on, bro. Now,
saying
now
City
there's
still have
no
to
room
win
for
their game.
error. Come again?
Yeah, I'm saying City still have to win their game, man.
Yeah, City still
Mm.
have to
But the
win.
thing is, if this is gonna be the most disgusting Pep title ever, if they win this one. And my question is then for you, what is like,
Yeah.
what is the bare, like, what is gonna be like the acceptable bare minimum from what Arteta brings trophy wise for you to say, okay, cool, he can continue with my club? Because we can't just say he's gonna come with a Carabao at the end of the season and call it a day, you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's like I'm not gonna. I don't want to throw all my toys out of the pram, but some of them are falling out, boys. And like, of course, we in the final for the Carabao. We still in the FA Cup and we look strong. The draw was in our favor. But I think what most of us are hungry for as Arsenal fans is a Premier League title. That's a major, major title. We want a major title, bro. If we can, in our wildest dreams, if we can win the Premier League and the Champions League, look, if we lose out, okay, wait. Hypothetical world. No, let me land. Let me land. Don't look at me like that, Kiki. Let me land. Let me land. If we
Hey, some niggas need
no,
to wake
listen,
up. Yeah.
if we miss out on the Premier League, right, and we
Hmm.
somehow win the Champions League, I okay, cool. You know what? Cool, fine.
I'll
All is
take that.
forgiven. Yeah, I'll take
Really.
that. I'll take that. All
Because
is
some
forgiven.
Arsenal fans are even saying like, yo, you
We
have
lost
to
the Premier League.
bring like both, you know, like the minimum they're taking is like both Premier League and Champions League because of
Mm.
how many times they've missed it out.
Yeah, that's not
Like how
happening.
many semi-finals, quarterfinals have you guys gotten to in the Champions League? How many
Yeah.
title races have you had in the Premier League for you to come? Like if you guys miss out, this is like the fourth time you guys come second in the league. Granted, really like the first time, you know, nobody was expecting. But after that, there was a season where Saliba got injured. You guys were 8 points clear. There was a season where um you let that I remember that weekend was such a big weekend because we lost first. And because we had lost first, we were the ones who were out of the league. And Arsenal just had to beat Aston Villa and it was at the Emirates. That was another season. Obviously, last season that was another season capitalized because the City were out of it. You know,
Yeah.
Liverpool fine started off fine, but like towards the end of the season we started, you know, and then get this season where it's like, okay, bro, you there's no excuses this time. There literally isn't
It
any
really
excuse.
isn't. Nah, there's no excuse, bro. That's why that's why I'm at the point where it's like I'm not gonna feel sorry for you, Mikal. I'm sorry. I can't. I cannot. For the fourth time in a row now, all my haters have to be right about my club than I was. Nah, I dog. No, 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 no. I'm not having it. That's why it's a bit frustrating. But no, if I have to think with a calm mind now, winning a title was never going to be easy. It was never going to
Never
be. There were
is
always going to
easy.
be bumps in the road, and I think we're experiencing those bumps. It's just now we've come to a point where it's like if you don't get your stuff together, we've proper bottled this league, and there's no excuses. There's nothing I can say as an Arsenal fan. There's nothing they can say. Literally, we've bottled it, but we've been in this position before. How are we going to react? And it's like it's two sides of the coin. It's either we do it or we don't, and we just have to wait and see because there's signs that we're not the same team as the other seasons. So are we actually gonna go on and try to do something here and take this?
And
But yeah,
looking
Will this be the
looking forward to
time?
the fixtures, man. You guys have Spurs
yeah,
tomorrow, then it's Chelsea, and
bro, I'm
then
even nervous about that game, like the
right
Spurs
because
game,
now
You
also
nervous
can we
about
please talk
Spurs?
about
bro.
Thomas Frank?
No, I'm gonna be
Oh
so real,
yes,
man.
Thomas Frank got sacked.
Yes, and now
Yo.
it's Ugo Tudor. I don't even know who that guy is, but like, I'd rather stick with the devil I know than the one I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like so,
yeah.
it's that draw to Wolves has instilled so much anxiety that I don't even know how that's gonna go because it's a derby. It's a derby. It could go either way.
Yeah, it
Like
could genuinely go
whichever
either
team
way.
shows up, whichever team shows up. We didn't show up against Wolves, so Spurs are probably gonna be like, oh nah, they have a soft underbelly now. Let's go for them. That is
Exactly.
Oh,
And
Igor
if they do
Tito.
that, you if they
Come
get
again?
you if you guys battle to Spurs
That would be the funniest thing ever,
to
bro.
Spurs.
forbid. God forbid.
If you guys battle to Spurs, yo,
Igor
that's
Tito, nah, that's his name. Obviously Thomas Frank, which is funny. Like me personally, I've been asking, how
he still has a
how did
job.
he stay in the job for this long, bro?
You've been
Like
curious, bro.
until bro, like genuinely, nah, like because obviously Ange Postecoglou was there on the thing, talking about his time at. Okay, maybe not get into that, but I was just like thinking about it back. Ange Postecoglou at least. Okay, maybe we can section this into the whole Thomas Frank departure and have our thoughts and reactions about it. Because when he first came in, it was funny, right? I never, I don't know about you guys, maybe you share, but I thought he was gonna take Spurs to a new level. I don't know if you guys thought any other differently to when he was here. I mean, when he came into Spurs, what did you make of his appointment coming into like the beginning of the season?
uh, I don't think much of it, to be honest. I think, yeah, in order to see Spurs go to the next level, we need to see like a Jose type of season, bro. Like you need a Jose type of manager because even the way Spurs is run, it's almost a norm for them to bring in anybody but still be doomed. And you need someone like a Jose who's gonna come in and be like, I'm running the show. I don't care who's above me, who's below. I'm doing what's gonna actually help this team win. That's gonna help teams win.
To be
So
fair, though, they
when
had Jose. Be fair, they had Jose and they still failed them. Well, not
yeah,
fail,
that's
but
that's why like with Spurs, I'm not worried about them because whoever they bring in, players or coach or even their board, there's something that's gonna be there. That's just gonna be like that's a Spursy thing. I think the only anomaly is Ange because he won a trophy. Like so, it's like I don't know. It's a weird club where it's like I just don't know what it would take for them to actually get better. That's genuinely what it is.
because even like Thomas Frank, man, like I don't know if you guys know Gates or like what's happening there, but in one of his press conferences, he said like I don't know the journalists asked something about like what do you expect, and he says no, the only thing that he can guarantee is that the team will lose games. It's like how do you as a manager going
Lo-
into this
Lower the
team and then be like,
standards.
yo, bro,
The only thing
I
certain
don't
is we're gonna be
understand.
trash. What?
It
Your
was
goal
like,
is to make
listen,
it good. You telling me the only thing certain is that it's gonna be bad.
yeah, we're gonna be bad at times, but hey, we're gonna win some games.
You know
You can be happy about that.
what?
Like, what is that, bro? What is that? Like, compared to Ange Postecoglou when he came in, he was like, in my second season, my
Yeah, I
three
always win in
trophies.
my second
Yeah,
season,
man.
Yeah.
and he
You
won.
know, that's someone that's like has the character of like, yo, okay, yeah, like let's go, bro. It's like, and he delivered. And
Yeah.
Thomas Frank, number one, that press conference really blew my mind. The him drinking from the Arsenal cup, which was like another like, bro, bro,
Our
like
silver
in the grand
member.
scheme of
Thank
things,
you.
bruh. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it's like maybe it's not that deep, but you have to like look at the optics, look at the PR. You're losing so much, and then you decide I'm going to be drinking out of an Arsenal cup. I don't. I don't. It was such a weird thing, man. Like his whole tenure was just terrible. Even his last press conference, where it's like someone asked him if like he still believes he's gonna be able to turn it around. And he was like, yes, 100% believe. I'm confident
Yeah.
that I'll be able to like turn this around. And
Yeah, like
Spurs are
I'll
in a
still be the
relegation.
yeah. And he was like, I still believe I'm gonna be the coach coming in the coming week. And then like a couple of hours later he got sacked, which was hilarious to
Yeah,
be
that was
honest.
crazy. That was
I was
that was hilarious. It was definitely someone at the Tottenham, the execs were like, what? Excuse me.
Yeah.
No,
Is that
no,
it? They're like,
no,
nah, I'm tired. There was someone was watching the press conference, was like, I'm
no.
tired of this.
Let's
I
get
think
this
the
bro out
email
of
as
here.
soon as, bro.
Let's get this bro gone.
But yeah,
Bro.
also, I also it doesn't make sense to me. It also doesn't make sense. Like, well, I don't know if it doesn't make sense, but I just didn't expect it to be this bad. Where now, okay, there are worse teams in the league right now who deserve to be in the relegation battle, right? But Spurs being there, we saw that last season. But Spurs being there this season was a bit okay. I didn't expect that because there's so many other teams that are playing worse. If you guys are in and amongst
Wow.
them, something is seriously wrong. You see, so it's like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I care because I'm an Arsenal fan.
Hey,
Fair, it's fair, it's fair.
But like, I don't know. But yeah, no. I hope they do get relegated and we win the league. That would be so immaculate.
Man. Yeah.
But yeah, I think in hindsight that might be a blessing in disguise for how the rest of the season goes for them. Because Tudor might come in and galvanize them and be like, "Yo, you guys are hitting rock bottom as a top six side. You guys are hitting rock bottom, and there's only one way up, essentially. So I think maybe he can like okay now you're playing your rivals and they're the best in the league. I can expect Igor to be like come show the rest of the league that like no these boys aren't gonna bully you and you still deserve to be the top by giving the top the league leaders a tough time and it's away for Arsenal, it's at their home, so yeah,
they
I'm
have
I'm so
so
active
much to
about
prove
that thing.
here. In the
There's,
next match,
there's
they have so much to prove. You
both teams
guys,
have so much to prove.
yeah.
Both teams, which is that's why I'm nervous, bro. I can't even sit still in my chair. Like you don't understand what this club is doing to me. But yeah, what do you guys think about that fixture? How do you think it's gonna go down actually?
Look,
Gonna be interesting one. No, Ego. Well, okay. Me, yeah, Ego Tudor is like he's known for like coming in and saving teams. From being relegated. Obviously, I haven't watched much of his football. I don't know, but what I've seen from him, what he's able to do is like he's able to come in and like he's like emergency break this, you
mhm.
break and you get Tudor to come in and like cool
Mm.
save us from with the season we're about to have. Um, so it's gonna definitely be interesting. I think for where Tottenham are, they as much as yes they've had their injuries, I don't think the quality of players they shouldn't be 5 points above relegation zone. They shouldn't be. So
Mm.
it's gonna be an interesting one to come into and say, okay, do they have the new manager bounce? Do they now have because again another thing with Frank, he didn't really have apparently well people say he didn't have the charisma, to like really conduct that room
He didn't
versus
have a
when
he didn't have a backbone. Yeah.
yeah, and you get someone like Igor Tudor who's gonna come in and obviously think he's gonna straighten the line and be like, yo, okay, we gotta work hard, we gotta do all of that. So it's definitely gonna be an interesting one. Also, another thing is that I don't think Mikel Arteta can even like prepare enough, for like this guy because I don't think there's enough time for him to like, he literally just got appointed this week, and you guys
Yeah.
obviously played Wolves Sunday. You also had whoever you played. So I don't know if he comes into this overthinking this, trying to like outsmart
Probably.
him and see what kind of tactics he
Let me ask you this. Do you think it probably because you could argue it might play in his favor because he has that tendency of overthinking. He doesn't have anything to go by with this guy. And he's like, you know what, let's just play our best football. Let's go out there to prove to these guys that they still our younger brothers, they still our nosies. Like, do you think that's going to be the outcome that Mikal? That's how Mikal's going to approach this game, or he's going to overthink it again and be like, "Let's play safe because we don't know how they're going to set up and all of that."
He's probably gonna play safe. He after I think after he what he said of this is not title contenders. I still genuinely think he doesn't realize that he is at fault at this point in time. And I still believe he has the mentality of oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. we are bottling this. Oh shit. I think he's still panicking. And it's going to cause him to overthink, especially because he doesn't have enough time to prep for Tottenham. And the stakes against Tottenham are really, really high right now. So I think if it was against another team, if it was against any other team, I do genuinely believe that he could maybe calm down. But it's against Tottenham, the rivals of Arsenal, that have
Yeah,
something to prove. Again, with a coach that just got appointed that he doesn't have enough time to prep for and enough information on. So he's gonna think, okay, let me overthink this as much as possible. There is a slim chance where he's like, look, let me just do what I can. Let me accept my fate here and just try my best. But I genuinely believe, due to everything he's done this season and habits and patterns, I do believe he's gonna overthink. Which is why you guys are either gonna draw or gonna lose. And if you guys lose, it's chat. But I think the most likely outcome is you're gonna draw again. I genuinely believe that.
bro.
If any team
If
does win, it's gonna be a 1 goal
if we lose, Mikel's gonna lose the fan base just like that,
difference.
like that. You can't lose at the North London derby. No, I'm dead ass. Like
That's you know,
you can't
Sanile,
do that.
do you hear what you're saying? That is the problem. You're saying you can't lose, not we have to win. Don't you
But
think
that's
Arteta has the
no.
exact same mentality?
No,
That
but
is
he's
the
sowed the
problem.
seed in. No, he sowed the seed in us. Now he's reaping it. Now you want us to think about losing. Ay, dog. Oh, you've been thinking like that the whole time, and then it's wrong for us. We've been saying stop thinking about losing and go win. Oh, now we've been
I
subscribing,
think
but yeah,
that's
fair, fair,
That's the
fair,
problem. That's the
fair.
problem with Arsenal is y'all going into this with we can't lose to Tottenham instead of we have to win.
like, yeah, you have to go into this game. The acceptable thing to come out of this game is to have a win. You can't draw.
Yeah.
You can't draw points. That's like
Yeah,
the
Let me
yeah.
only
rephrase. Yeah. Let me rephrase that and be like, okay, cool. Okay, we have to go in that game and reclaim back our position in the title race. Not think about losing because we do have the quality. We have more than enough quality to actually win that game. Um, if we don't, then Mikhail, my brother,
It's Chad.
yo,
It's
even my
Chad.
voice is shaking. Even thinking about it, boys. I don't even want
the
to.
only
But
outcome, man. Literally.
It's Chad.
Like,
There's no other
when I
choice.
was
You have to win.
looking at the fixtures, it was the only fixture that maybe I was worried about was like the obviously this was prior to Thomas Frank getting sacked. But the only fixture that maybe I was looking at, like, oh, this could be a bit of a was the Chelsea game. That was the one I was looking at it going into thinking, okay, that'd be, I don't know, Rorsenia. Obviously, like how he started in the Premier League, of course, he's gotten some late winners, but at the end of the day, still on winners. He hasn't really like his form has been okay. Obviously, you guys beat them in the what competition was it? FA Cup, right?
Yeah.
yeah, the
You
Carabao.
guys maybe there's
Carabao,
that
the
mental
Carabao.
edge over them, but maybe they plan differently in the Premier League or whatever. So that was the only game looking at it, and then now we've got potentially 3 games where it's like, oh, because obviously the Wolves have dropped points already last time. Tottenham now it's also looking like, whoa, okay, it's a bit. And then now you also got Chelsea again. That Wolves game was literally supposed to be a certified winner. Get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And now you're possibly. Me personally, I don't think you guys get 6 out of 6 points in the next 2 years.
You
Who do
know.
you think we draw to? Chelsea.
No, I don't know. But I don't think it's.
As a Chelsea
I
fan, I
just.
say you guys either lose or draw to us. You know
Is it a
what?
home or away
Actually, as a
game?
hater, it's a home game for Arsenal.
It's a home game for Arsenal. Yeah, it's at the
Yeah.
Emirates.
As an actual hater, I am going to say that you guys draw to Tottenham and lose to us. I'm just gonna say that, just as a hater.
I don't know, man. I don't. They get more than 3 points. They have to get more than 3 points.
I
Okay, you know
think
what, Nash?
we get
Reality.
three. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Let me just finish. 'Cause I'm saying reality versus like what can actually happen. Like what has to happen versus reality is different. You have to get more than 3 points, but like yeah,
It
hey,
could genuinely
hey.
go. The fact that it could actually go the way I'm saying is concerning, and
But
especially for title competitive, it shouldn't. There's no way, bro. There's literally no way.
You're going on last season's performances, which I don't think. I think we do take 3 points. I think out of six, we probably take four. I can see us drawing to Chelsea, but I cannot imagine for the life of me losing or dropping points to Tottenham. Um, but it's only Chelsea where I'm like, okay, because you've played them how many times? Liam Rosenior's probably he's gonna want to get his lick back after
Yeah,
that terrible touch he took at the Emirates. I mean, was it the Emirates? Yeah, it was the Emirates.
yeah.
Yeah, when everybody was laughing at him, he's probably gonna be like, yeah, no, who's laughing now type stuff. But yeah, I think that would be if we lose that one, that would mean City. If City win all their games, if they win this weekend, we also win. They have a game in hand. Oh gosh.
Because
Oh
City's playing
gosh.
so
today.
by the
Because
way, let's look
yeah,
real
they
basic
came
the
behind.
fixtures. Like the
We,
only
we,
relatively tough game is Newcastle. I mean, everyone else who they play is bottom half of the table. It's Newcastle, it's Leeds, it's Nottingham Forest. We're talking about the league, obviously.
It's
It's
West
Newcastle,
Ham.
Leeds, Nottingham
yeah.
Forest, West Ham, Crystal
They're
Palace,
Crystal Palace.
and then
And then they have that match
by
against
the
you.
time
There's no margins for error anymore, bro.
it isn't,
Yeah.
it quite literally isn't because City, like these, this is towards the end of the season. We know how Pep gets. You know, he's able to grind out these results, man. So they literally is by the time the only team they face, which maybe they can like drop points again, is against Chelsea. But by that time, would Arsenal have already like would have City closed the gap by then? You know, that's a different question.
That
Where
means
by the time they play against Arsenal, it's like, hey man, are they top of the table? Are they
are
top
we
of the
deciding
table?
or have they already decided?
Yeah, is that the title decider or is that has it already decided?
It's already tied.
And so it's going to be interesting. I mean, you guys played Tottenham, you guys played Chelsea, you play Brighton as well, which could be Brighton having the greatest form. I do think you guys are gonna win that, but it's one of your like doozy teams. Like you know those teams that Arsenal like every time they come against them, it's like hey, you know, I Brighton have been kind of that for you guys. Then you play Everton, and obviously wait, yes, you play Everton, and then obviously you play Man City in the EFL Cup. You guys play Bournemouth. You guys play, So looking at the fixtures, City do have the easier path. You know,
Yeah.
They
this
do.
is what you guys have. It's like there's literally no room for error, man. There's
Because
literally no room.
we
Yeah.
have we have Spurs tomorrow, and then the
Chelsea.
following weekend it's Chelsea. So out of those two games, we need to get out with 3 points. We need to. And then it's Brighton, Everton, and then we face City in
Mm.
the Carabao Cup final. And then we come back to face Bournemouth at home. Or to
Wait,
be confirmed. So that's the
something.
next five fixtures for us. We still going to after Bournemouth, it's City, then Newcastle. My word.
Yeah, tough end of those two games.
Yeah.
Again, Newcastle, another team that like obviously they haven't had the greatest season, but against the big six sides, they tend to show up, man. They really do tend. That's why I think this City game is today, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, yeah,
the
it's
City
today at
game is
10.
like at the time of recording, it's today. That's why it's a really, really big fixture for Man City because if they can, I mean, as much as we've been talking about how Arsenal have been like, they've chopped and whatever, but now it's time we look at City guys and be like, yo, you guys really need to capitalize on like them falling off because if they beat Newcastle, I think for the rest of the season, it's like a much easier road for them. And like I said, Newcastle, when it comes to these big six sides, I mean, that City and Newcastle back to back, those are going to be difficult games, man. And you obviously by that point in
Yeah.
time, hopefully, well, I don't know how far you guys have been able will be in the Champions League, but there's still like Champions League games to play, man. We still have those.
Oh
You guys are in
yeah,
all of the
Yeah.
fixtures right now, and the games are coming thick and fast, and it's like
yeah.
you
The
know.
way,
We're also looking. Don't get me wrong, City as well have like the same amount of games that you guys have to play because they are both still in the FA
but
Cup
the
and
thing is, with
EFL
City,
Cup.
City's used to this. This is normal for
That's
City
true.
doing,
Yeah, they've done this before, bro. That's
and
That's the
that's
they've
the
thing.
won
thing.
in these conditions. That's the thing.
And it
Yep.
still went on to win the Champions League as well in one of the seasons. So
And so,
I don't think the stage phases them, if anything.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, no, this is
I don't. I'll be totally honest. I don't think it's the same as Arsenal right now. I don't think you can say the same as
mm,
because we look a bit shaky in this stage. We always have. With City, we've seen them actually do it a couple of times. They did in the Premier League against Liverpool, and they did it when they won. Was it the treble? Did they win the
mm,
treble? Yeah, they did.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So it's like it's very hard, but as an Arsenal fan, all we can do is just hope. And it's like I hate being here because it's the hope that what? It's the hope
it's
that
so
kills.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
coming
try,
back, like
boy.
this season, should have been wrapped up by now. Okay, you guys should have been like, okay, you know what, league is done. We can just see it out. Let's see if we can now put more focus into like getting the
Champions League,
FA
maybe.
Cup. Let's see if we can get into the Carabao Cup. Let's see if we can push for the Champions League. Like the league, genuinely speaking, it should have been done by now. Like it should have been wrapped. Like
Yeah,
there's no way City should be coming back, and I think that would have been an easier load to manage. But now it's like, okay, we still have to have the fighting for the Premier League. We still have to like fight for the Champions League. Obviously, the Carabao Cup final, you made it, and that's like, I think mentally it's going to be a really, really. If you guys win that, it's a big boost. If you lose that, I think that that's a decider for you guys' season. Like mentally speaking, it's like if you win, I think it can give you that boost to like maybe get over the edge. But if you lose that, it's like it just comes all crashing down again, man. It's because now City have the mental edge. They played
yeah.
you in the final, they won, and then they're gonna play you in the league. When they play you in the league again, it's like, okay, we have that mental edge over them.
We have to beat them though. Even though, as it stands, we have to beat them at the Etihad.
You have to
Just if
literally.
we
It's
have to beat them.
at this point in time, Arsenal has no margin for error. Like the moment you guys slip up, it could be fatal. You are
And
literally
that's
hoping that the other teams. You're literally hoping that City slips up.
that's
That's not a
crazy.
position you want to be in. And trust
That's
me,
That's
I
that's
know,
crazy.
I know. As soon as
because it'll drive
I
me
have been
crazy.
here before. I've played these games before, bro. And let me tell you something. Obviously, this is not the same Pep. This is not the same City side that has been dominant for like the past 6 years, 5, 6 years. But you do not want to be in that position where you give like City that sniff of their sharks in the water. Those guys, as soon as they smell blood, it is so reps. It is
And
as
Yeah.
you
soon as
guys have
they
a pretty big
This
it's
wound right now.
done. Because you trust me, you will think, hey, Jorge, nah, they probably drop points against this team. They probably last day of the season. Last day
they
of the
don't do
season,
that.
we thought that we had the league wrapped. And that second half, Gundogan comes in. Like,
There's already
it's
blood
written
in
in
the
the
water,
stars.
bro. There's already blood in the water at this point. Like
It's
to lose to Wolves like that was absolutely shambolic. But yeah, all we can do, like I said, all we can do as Arsenal fans is hope. But yeah, just real quick, boys, these weekend's fixtures, what are we giving Newcastle versus City? What is the score prediction there? What do you think of that game?
Like, hopefully, hopefully, City wins. But the thing
You're
is,
such a hater. I'm
no,
literally
me,
just talking to a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
haters
yeah,
here,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. Hopefully,
Like
City wins. Actually, actually, because of the way Newcastle have been playing, I say City wins by like 3
yeah.
1. 3-1. Because it's at
Yeah.
the
I
Etihad, no?
I say it's a 2-1 win to City. But it's gonna be a hard fought one. It's gonna be a hard one. It's not gonna be an easy game. It's like it's still Newcastle. it's still Eddie Howe, it's still intense. You still have Bruno, you still have Joe Linton and Tonali in that midfield, you know. Obviously, I'm not sure. Obviously, what's that guy's name? Voltamada and Wissa haven't really been firing this season. But like we know how Newcastle get in the big games, man. They really like do come out to play against you. But I do still I think City because of the additions to the if it wasn't for Pep, if it wasn't for them getting Semenyo and Gehi, maybe it would have been a different outcome. But now,
Mm.
yeah, I see 2-1, 2-1 to Man City.
Sajid, what do you
Um,
say?
Look, I was talking to Dofa now, and I told myself I'm gonna be as real. Like now it's crunch time. Like
It's crunch
I'm gonna
time,
be
yeah.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I think City win that game. Um, I'm not gonna just rely on hope. I think City. I, I'm I'm gonna say even a 2-0, if not like a. I'm gonna go with what Tata said, a 2-1 as well. It's gonna be hard fought, but I think City, because they smelled blood in the water, they're gonna be like, no matter what, they have to take the 3 points here. Because if they do, then they just shake up everything in the Arsenal camp. So I think they're
Yeah.
going to take that opportunity because they do it. If are they gonna keep that mentality? I don't know, because in the last 5 games they have lost. So that's just copium. It might be just copium fears. But yeah, I'm gonna say City win that game. Newcastle make it hard, but eventually City take the 3 points. But yeah, on to Arsenal Tottenham. What do you
Hmm.
guys say?
Arsenal Tottenham. Eh, bro.
I genuinely don't know it.
Bro, I don't know what to
Really
tell
don't know.
you. I do
You
not
guys,
know. From a realistic point
so
of view, I don't know how to tell you.
Yeah,
let me
I
just
don't.
say
realistically,
this.
it's hard.
No, let me just say this though. We dropped points against Wolves. We shouldn't have, and you guys immediately forget the what was it? Was it 4-0 that we put against them? The quality that we've
That
been
was
putting
Thomas
in
Frank though.
That was Thomas Frank. Number one, number two.
But
That
guys,
was
Thomas
before
Frank and
Arteta
his side
said
was terrible.
we also smacked Sunderland 3-0 a couple of weeks ago. That was
look, look.
before we drew to Brentford.
That
But
was
yeah,
exactly that was before the pressure was this much. My thing is Mikel Arteta. And this is the perfect way to describe Arsenal. Arsenal is such a beautiful theoretical team. When everything is good, everything is good. But when things go south, everything goes south. That's the problem with Arteta is yo.
The problem. And you guys also played a mid-week match. You know, I don't think Tottenham have fresher legs. It wasn't against an easy wall side. You know, how many games have you played going into this game? So that's why I'm like, it's difficult to like. I
It's difficult
understand,
to
you know,
say,
going
bro.
the reverse, you had like that four with there's a hat trick, what 4-5 was 4? No, how much is it? Anyway, that's like again, if it was Thomas Frank, I think you guys smacked them. But Igor Tudor, I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro. Arsenal has shown us that they don't
2-2.
really do well in moments of high pressure. They don't do as amazing as you would need them to do.
I'll
And
go
hence
2-2.
they have bottled. So Tato says 2-2, 2-2. Hence they have bottled time and time again. So I'm saying, I'm gonna give you two predictions, two realistic predictions. If you are saying what is it, if what you're saying is true, and that this is a different squad, and hopefully Arteta has switched on. He has opened Twitter and seen Noguchi, yo, that was not a good thing to say. Number one. Number two, this is my fault. It really just depends on Arteta if he realizes if it's his fault. Like, literally, that's it. If he
Speak to
realizes
the
that it's
team as
his
well.
fault, he speaks to the team and they're able to be like, okay, guys, we have these matches coming up. How can we best get away with the most in the most realistic sense? How can we get away with the most in these two situations? Yes, the dream is to win both games, but the thing is, we also have to deal with Champions League. We have to deal with the pressure. The pressure. If he can calm down himself and he can calm the team down, he wins. But if he fails to do any of those two, he either draws or he loses. And the likelihood is because this is a different team, maybe past season Arsenal would have lost. This is a different team, like you said, they're probably going to draw.
Indeed.
So I'm going to give you a hopeful one, which is you guys win 2-1. But a realistic sense is 2-2 draw.
A
I was
realistic
gonna
sense
say,
is
I
a
was gonna say,
two.
it's either you scrape by just with the win and it's like a 2-1, 1 goal difference type, or you draw. I don't think you lose. I don't think you
Yeah, that's what
lose.
I'm saying.
But
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like, if it was past season Arsenal, like past seasons, you would have lost. But this season, I don't think you lose. I think you draw.
I also think. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
so
Dofa just joined. Oh wait, Dofa. Um, look, I don't think we lose this game. I think this is the game where we like screw the noise, screw the noise. Like we've also been in this position before, but we're gonna come out on top. I think Arsenal's gonna try to do that. I'm going to say I'm gonna say a 3-1 because our defense doesn't look like. No, actually, I think we might even come out with a clean sheet. I
Okay.
think yeah.
What
So
happened to
much
the
as
realism? What happened to the
give us.
realism?
No, y'all are hating. Y'all have been hating
We're
this
not
whole episode. So
hating. We
now,
give you the most
I'm
realistic
putting on my
output
Arsenal
based on
cap.
evidence.
No, shush,
We gave you the
shush.
most realistic output based on evidence, my brother. And you are
No,
saying,
shush, shush, shush,
you
shush.
see, the second
I've
Dofa
taken
joins.
enough cooking. I'm
The
three
second Dofa
no.
joins.
No, wait.
The
no.
second
are
Dofa
you
joins.
blaming me, bro?
His buddy's
I
here to
have
back him
to.
up. Guys, you
I have
watching
no
this?
other
His
option.
buddy's here to back him up. That's why he's saying this. 10 minutes
Wow.
ago,
I
he
have
was
no
saying,
other
"Oh,
option though, but to...
I was telling Dofa I was going to be realistic. I was telling Dofa I was going to be realistic, guys. Look, it's not looking good for Arsenal.
Ha!
It's not look now.
What
Look
is
what he's
Tottenham that
saying.
we talking about? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We're playing Tottenham. 3-0. Give me 3-0. That's me being realistic. This is
That's
Tottenham
you
we
being
talking about,
realistic.
Wayne. This is
Wow.
Tottenham. If you're being real, I was being realistic in terms of the title race. I was telling Dofa as well. I'm gonna be real. I literally just said I think City win that. But
Who scores the goals
we're
though?
talking about
Who's good?
Arsenal
No wonder
versus
who's good.
Spurs. Now I'm not being realistic. As if we didn't smack them 4-0.
Relax.
Ah, guys, wait, anime. Man, I.
You know what, name? You know what, name? That's your prediction, bro. Always, dog. Always. That's your
3-0.
prediction.
Give me 3-0. Away from home, yes.
Away from home. Are you?
We're gonna do a punishment if Arsenal draws.
Oh,
We're doing a
No.
punishment.
I'm
That's the
backing my
only way.
boys, bro. I'm backing my boys. This is the North London derby. There's no
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay,
Backing my
no,
No.
no, we're saying
We're
it's
not losing
3-0.
that match.
3-0. So if Arsenal draws, we're gonna have a light punishment if Arsenal doesn't get their 3-0. If they concede, there's a light punishment. But if they draw on top of that,
What?
we're doing a punishment.
What do I get out of it if we win?
The title.
What do you mean?
I.
Aye.
We worked for
If
something that you
Aye.
guys are giving me. No,
Sandile,
no, no, no,
if you
no.
win,
No.
I'm telling you, if you win, I will openly admit that Arsenal is the best team in Europe because that's the one thing I've never admitted. This entire, I've always challenged that. Whenever you guys say Arsenal is looking like the best team in Europe, I've always challenged that. So I will admit it that you guys.
Yeah.
That's not because I'm thinking, I like 3-0, bro. 3-0.
You think Arsenal gonna score 3 goals?
Not,
Yeah, dude. Like we get a
Okay.
corner.
Totally
the
possible.
same
It's
team
for
that
the
just
corner.
Yeah.
drew
We get a
2-0.
Multiple
penalty.
big goals in one corner,
And
bro.
then exactly, bro. Come on.
Nah, bruh. Nah,
A last minute goal, a
Yes.
corner, a last minute goal, and like a
if
second half goal. Yeah.
if what you call it, if
Literally.
Tottenham, I'm saying, if Tottenham, if you guys draw, if you guys draw, you must now upload a video of you saying Mikel Arteta must go.
Nah, come on.
As long
Bro,
Let's
come
let's
on.
let's back to these punishments because we still have like a few more games to get through for the fixtures. Tofa, what's your? I know you just joined. What's your prediction for Tottenham?
I don't think we lose it. I think the players, like, if Brentford wasn't a wake up call, for sure Wolves was a wake up call. I would like to believe that. I would like to believe that. I saw an interview by Declan Rice. I think he recorded it yesterday, where
when I also watched it.
you saw
Yeah,
it, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
he was basically trying to remember it, but I think he was saying like we've got the quality, we just have to go for it and stuff like that. So yeah, hearing that and then obviously knowing that these players know that it's a North London derby and we always go crazy for those, and they know the situation. Like we need that bounce back. They need to give us that. They need to give the fans that belief again. So I think they're really gonna go for it. But I will say it's gonna be pretty nervy. Um, so I would say 2-0.
I hear that
2-0,
one.
2-0 or 2-1.
Sito
But we're
for
not losing. We're definitely not losing.
There's literally just one goal difference from that scoreline, and then
Yeah, but how
I'm
many?
a madman.
How
Give me an
many? How
asylum,
Sunday?
bro.
Sandile. How many times this season have you guys scored 3 goals against the biggest sides?
Bro,
Well,
Tottenham is not a big side
Tottenham's not a
though.
big side though. Like Sunderland
Hey,
is
you
doing
know
better
what?
than
You know
Tottenham,
what?
and we
You
put
know
three
what?
against them.
You know what? You know what? Nah.
The problem
Aston
is you
Villa.
guys
Aston
you
How
Villa.
guys
many
say
times-
that based
how much
on
did we score
Thomas
against
Frank.
Aston Villa?
Oh yeah, we scored like four. No, it
Yeah.
was four.
Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid,
Bayern
you know,
Munich.
You know what?
Bayern
Fairs.
Munich.
Bear
Fairs.
in mind, based
Fairs.
I'd like to point out something before we continue. Remember what Dofa said? There's no way we lose this. Okay, cool. Let's continue.
Yeah, no. That's honestly my prediction. Like, there's no way. Like, we can't, bro. We can't lose that. Like, I
We
think
can't
everyone
lose
who's
this.
involved,
Yeah.
us, the players, the manager, the fans, all of us know that we cannot lose this match. Not just like, never mind it being a North London derby, just the current state, you know, the club is in right now and all of that. Like, we can't.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Shout out.
We all
You
refuse,
know what?
bro.
Now I'll put my hands up if you guys beat them 3. I can't. But you know what? Shout out. You
3
guys
0
have been
dog.
you've been beating like big teams. So like shout out. What other fixtures we have? Chelsea playing. Who are we playing now? We played
Who are Chelsea playing? Who
Bournemouth
is Villa
or
playing? Because if City drop points, then Villa's the
Ooh,
next threat as
Villa's the
well.
next threat.
Nah, but Villa is on 50 points.
Chelsea are
So.
playing Burnley. Villa's playing United. So quickly, can we? What's your prediction for Chelsea and Burnley? Quickly,
Chelsea wins. Chelsea wins. I think
score.
Chelsea wins like a typical 3-1.
I
Chelsea
will.
wins a typical 3-1.
Lile?
I'm gonna say, nah. Fuck Chelsea. Chelsea shit, innit?
Fuck Chelsea. Chelsea shit.
I give
Yeah.
you hope.
I'm
Now
gonna
you say,
say.
oh, wow, okay. Okay, now continue. My fault. My fault. My fault. Continue.
Chelsea.
Give us a prediction. Give us a prediction, man. Give us a prediction.
I'm gonna say a painful 2-1 last minute goal.
Tofa,
In favor of.
In favor of.
House versus Burnley. I don't. What's your prediction?
Sandile, you said 2-1 in favor of.
Burnley.
Oh yes.
Never in Chelsea.
Wow.
Never in Chelsea. Never.
Okay,
In favor of
okay.
Burnley.
You saying in favor
Crazy.
of Burnley? Okay.
Mm-mm.
You know what? To each their own. We have our own opinions.
Tofa,
Who's playing at home?
Opinions wrong.
Chelsea.
I think it's gonna be. I think Chelsea's just gonna win it. Maybe, probably like a 1-0.
Aston Villa play Leeds also. We didn't even talk
Yeah.
about them because they're like 8 points behind Arsenal. But anyway, they play Leeds. Any
Today.
quick predictions for the game?
They play Leeds in 30 minutes, actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so quick
Alright.
predictions. I say I want to be a hater and say they're gonna draw. I feel like it's gonna be a
Uh,
1-1 draw.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's also gonna. If it's not Aston Villa, it's at Villa Park. Okay, no. I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
Villa's
tight
at home.
game. Yeah, it's going to be a tightly contested game. I think Villa have the chance to actually take the points because they are falling a bit behind in the title race, and they don't want to be derailed by who's fourth, Man United. So I think Villa take the 3 points there. I'm going to say a 2-1.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm.
1-2. Also, for my predictions, Chelsea, I see a 3-1. Aston Villa, I I also see, let me say 3-1. And then we have Man United who play away to Everton. That's Monday
Everton
night.
away is not easy, man.
Yeah,
What are
I
your
think
predictions?
I'm saying a draw there, or we might just see either a Dewsbury Hall banger or some O'Brien. Is it O'Shea or O'Brien, the defender, just header one in from set piece. It's not going to be an easy day for Man United. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm
Saying what's
gonna
your score?
yeah, I'm gonna say 2-2.
Yeah, so what's your prediction for that?
I say they lose 2-0.
Yeah.
Man
Okay. So
United
y'all
loses
just don't
2-0.
believe in Carrick ball, but we're continuing. Dofa.
Nah, I believe in Carrick, but I think it's gonna win, bro. I think it's gonna win 2-0. Let me say 2-0 United win.
Oh, so we have the same score, but opposite side. Okay.
Man United are back, bro. Tito will
Sato?
tell
I
you.
have
Just ask Tito. Just say that, Tito. Don't even ask him. Just say that. He'll
Man United are
definitely agree.
back. He will definitely agree. Sato, what
it's
do
an
you say?
interesting one because like United, this is now they're not underdogs. They're supposed to be like the big club where they're supposed to dominate. So it'll be interesting to see how United play there. I'll give them one. Actually, I could see a draw, maybe a 1-1 draw. Because again, I don't know if they at that point in yet where they able to like dominate games because of what we're seeing against West Ham. Anyway, and then we then go to
Liverpool.
Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. They play away to Nottingham Forest tomorrow. What are your predictions for Sean Dyche? By the way, I think he got sacked.
Forest 2-0. You guys annoyed me today. All your teams are losing this weekend. 2-0 Forest.
I
How did
say
they annoy you,
Liverpool
bro? What
win.
happened? What
I
Sean
happened?
say
Dyche, by the way, got sacked by Nottingham Forest. So that's something to take into consideration.
Ah, I forgot about that.
I don't I don't know if they've appointed anyone yet. I'm not too sure. But yes, see, they got
Ah,
Sean Dyche sacked by Nottingham Forest. So it'll be interesting to see how they play against Liverpool. So yeah, start with you, Sunday, because you were already predicting that we were. Anyway, do you still go with that 2-0 win to Nottingham Forest?
yeah,
Dofa,
yeah,
Sandili.
yeah. No. I'm a. If not, no. Okay, no. I'm gonna say then because of their manager
Pereira.
situation. I
Vitor
think I think
Pereira
it's gonna
By the
is their
way,
manager.
it's gonna be a draw.
Pereira got up.
Liverpool win.
He's the one who he was the head coach of West Ham like before Espirito Santo. So it's interesting. That appointment is interesting because like he was the one who even put West Ham in the relegation spot. But anyway, yes, Victor Pereira is the new head coach for Nottingham Forest. Just to yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with. Nah, okay. Let me be real. I think Liverpool in that case, this is gonna be like a 2-1. But I think there's a world where it ends 2-2. I think there is.
yeah. So what's your prediction for the game?
Liverpool wins. I'll say 1-0, bro. I'll say
Okay.
1-0.
By the way, we smacked Brighton in the cup, so it looks like we're back to playing anyway. So
Yeah, mate. But that's Brighton. That's Brighton, mate. That's
it's Victor
I,
Pereira and
s-
Nottingham. Anyway, yes, sorry. What was your prediction, Giga?
I say 1-0. Liverpool wins. They are going to win. I don't want to really say by how much, but I do. If they lose, oh my
And
days.
again, what's your prediction? What's your prediction?
Yeah, my prediction was 1-0. I'm
So
just
far.
saying they are going to win, definitely. Dofa?
Total.
Um, I would say, yeah, dude. I think I'll agree. They're playing pretty good now, so I'd say like a 2-0 win. I would love for Liverpool to lose, but I think they're gonna win like 2-0.
Thing is a hit. Heater.
I
Okay.
have a
Uh-huh.
2-1, maybe like a set piece or something. But we've like tied it up with the set pieces and stuff. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I would say
Do you
like a
guys,
2-1
do
win for Liverpool.
do you guys have Szoboszlai back? Because it seems like Endo also went down injured in the last game I watched.
What about that, eh?
Shit.
Yeah, so you guys might be thin. You might be a little bit thin. That's why I was thinking there's a world that you guys can come out with like a 2-2. If it wasn't for a second day manager, I think there was a
Um,
chance they could even win that game.
Okay. So what do you say,
still say
Toto?
2-1 though. I still say 2-1.
Is that all the top six covered?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, now
Yeah,
going
pretty
back to this
much.
punishment. I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this
Bye.
go.
Yeah.
I'm not
Bye.
letting this go.
You know
I
what?
Anyway,
refuse.
Thank you guys for joining. It's been a
yeah.
great episode.
No, we must. Yes. No, actually, we need to end the recording. We're like an hour and 17 minutes. Thank you
It's an
so much
hour
for
now.
Yeah.
joining. It's been Rivals FC. We'll hope to see you too soon. Are we doing any watch alongs?
Ooh.
I don't think so. Are there any?
Yeah,
Because the
I don't
Arsenal
think
versus
so.
Tottenham one would be a really good watch along.
We can do one next weekend for Arsenal Chelsea.
Okay, fair.
Shit. Okay.
So
Yeah.
we do live streams on Twitch and YouTube as well now. So you can join us, pop in, say hi, give your thoughts live, just ask us questions. It's a good time. And yeah, this has been Rivals FC, everyone. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.